Alright peeps, welcome back to some more from the depths, and today we've got our ships looking majestic right here, but there is some stuff I want to go over because I believe I have figured out 1, 2, 1.5 an amount of fixes and problems and solutions and all that in regards to the problems I was having in the last one. Now, what was happening is, whenever I pulled Hydra out of play, we lost all of our resource. That is what happened when, every time I look back at the footage, and looked at, like, all of the different times that it happened, that is what went on. I would pull Hydra out of play, boom, all 300,000 resource gone. And I believe I have figured out either 1 or 2 solutions, either working in conjunction or separately. But first I will go over the problem, because I found it on the bug tracker, or at least a version of it, where someone was using localized resource, because of course we're using centralized. We don't have any resource storage like in here, apart from one tiny bit, which comes into it later. But in the bug tracker report, someone had a vehicle with a material storage, and when they pulled it out of play, all the material in the vehicle, stored on the vehicle, vanished, just went away completely, which sounds similar but not exactly the same to our problem. Now, I just want to run over real quick the difference between these two vehicles, because it is, I believe, key in figuring stuff out. By the way, random, I unlocked a grenade launcher. I believe on Centaur there either is no material storage, or it once again just has a little tiny single block somewhere. But I think it got removed. Yeah. So, as far as I can tell, in the entirety of this vehicle, there is no material storage, right? And this is key. And it also is using fuel engines, which is also key. Because, as far as I know, the bug is, if you have a vehicle that does not use any material when out of play, and that could be material or fuel or energy or whatever, right? Because of course that thing, I'm gonna do that so many times. Oh, wait, hold on a second. That is no longer explosive. What? Can someone please explain to me why suddenly my guns are acting as normal? Rambot, you drunken little robot fellow. Okay, so back to this one. This one is steam powered, and when it's idling like this, it uses practically zero zero fuel per minute, or whatever, per second. So like, if I look at these boilers, it goes between 0 and 0.42 by the looks of it, because its target pressure of 1000 gives us just enough power to keep the thing idling. Technically we could have them turned off, but that isn't the point. The point is, excuse me, the point is that these things don't use enough material when out of play to count it as actually using any. Also, right here, it had a single wooden material storage, which would hold, in localized resource, 500 material. The reason it's here is because in the designer, for some unknown reason, you need at least 1 something material storage. I'm doing that again. I just noticed that we have enemies approaching. That's fine, although it is a lot of little planes. But essentially, yes, so you need for some reason a single material storage in the designer for repair bots and ammo processors and all that to work, but it's not required here. But in theory, because I removed that, we should be able to pull these guys out of play and not lose the resource. Look at that, I just pulled it out of play, we didn't lose the resource. Now, right, I do still have, I can load the campaign back up. Now what I'm going to do is put them back into play, right? We still got everything. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that material storage back and prove the point. Prove the point. It was right here. No, where the hell am I? Here. So, resources, material storage, it was one of these boys, right there, look. So, this instance uses centralized resources, so raw resource containers are not necessary and will be emptied. That is fine. But now, if I pull all out of play, it's still there. And it's still there. Why? Why do you now work? Is my game just no longer broken? I didn't need to start repairs. Well, either way, I'm gonna remove it because I think it was causing problems either way. But that didn't actually prove my point at all. No, not mirror. And then the other thing is, if we set them to fleet move, right, you'll see the power on Hydra, if it had anywhere to go.
Receiving. Moving now.
There you go, you can see the power going way up because of the settings on the ACBs. Actually, we're losing resource by doing this, but this is now using material. Maybe it was doing a... if it was pull all and then times 10? No. How about load it back in? Turn off the movement. Pull all times 10. There you go! Okay. So, it's when it's literally using 0 material, because when the boilers are powering down after being on fleet move, they're using 0 because there's like... how to put it? There's no, there's literally no material being used because they're reducing the pressure inside. But this time, look, we won't have it here, and we'll try it again. So, we're on fleet move. Let's go here. Power goes up. We'll let it do this for a second. Right. Then, off, map, pull all. Look at that, we've still got it. We've still got it. Because I removed the material storage. I proved the point! Anyway, now, today, we are not going to actually do anything here. We are going to go into the designer because... I want to build something new. I want to build something that can deal with aircraft a bit better than the 2 little flat guns on Centaur. And, you know, seeing as we're being attacked by a little fleet of flyers right now in the campaign, this seems like a good idea. Now, what I want to do, this will hopefully not take me too long. Why the hell is Rambot all the way over there? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully this won't be hopefully this won't take too long. Now, I could use something that I've already been designing, because I've been designing a lot of stuff, but I don't care. I just want to make something new. And the idea is, it's going to be a little alloy hovercraft skimmer type thing. That is stupidly bright. Reflection intensity down a little bit, maybe? There we go. And maybe ambient light down a little. Building with alloy is so... it's so bright in the face. Let's try 1.2 for everything. That's better. Now we can actually see without being blinded. Yes, being blinded is not seeing, so that would make sense. So, the main weaponry of this thing, I want to just see. If I go into advanced cannons, and I do this, and this, you're probably thinking, what the hell are you doing, Orby? Don't worry, I have a plan. How high can we go with a one? We can go fully there, Mount Rail Draw 10,000. Do you see what I'm doing here? A single hollow point head, right, does 4,200 thump damage. 500mm, what, technically we could have 2 pieces to this, by the looks of it. We could do a solid warhead, and then the hollow point. And now we can have double the rail draw. That's more like it. So I literally want to have a rapid fire 1 meter shell that does a stupid amount of thump damage in a railgun. Yeah, that's that. 1 meter shell rack so we can use belt feeders. And I kind of just want to... Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to keep that there. It looks so silly. How about... Oh, hold on. What would that do? 50 armor piercing. 22. Kinetic damage. We get kinetic damage instead of thump damage. Thump causes spalling, right? And kinetic just does damage. I think I want to go with hollow point. I feel like just blatting things out of the sky, pretty much. Alright, what I want to do with this thing is I am actually going to build a weapon first, because I want to design the craft around the weapon. I feel like that makes some sense. So I'm just gonna like build a little base that we can work around here. Something like this. I will replace some of that. And yes, this is gonna be a building episode. So let's just see here. Autoloaders, belt feeder. Alright. Now, as far as I know, well, I do know that this is how you do that, but I think you can put input feeders on all the sides still, despite the fact that you can put a clip on one side. So I just want to see what the hell happens with this. I know this isn't, like, correct in any way, it's just me experimenting. Alright. We need some temporary ammo storage. We'll do something like... Don't ask me why I didn't mirror, because I do not know. Something like this. So we... Look how silly that is. Just 2 shells in the rack. Okay. So... we need just some kind of thing. I don't know how much barrel we need, so just that for now. So this will technically work. Not very well. But, well, no, actually it won't, because we need the railgun part. But the point is... the autoloader limit and ammo intake limit. Now, I am actually incredibly curious about all of this, for one simple reason. I want loads of shells stored up. But because it's a railgun with 0 cooldown, we don't necessarily need an awful lot of autoloaders, unless I'm completely messing that up in my head. Alright, let's just go ahead and... no. Just set this up. So, the rail draw is 20,000, so we need... these each give 5,000, so we need... that would be 10, 20, there. Then, charges. Again, just temporary. Why does it say 0? I bet it's because we don't have any batteries or anything to charge them. So, again, temporary stuff. Temporary stuff while we are doing stuff. A lot of stuff. Alright. Alright, batteries. And then we'll just have a couple little steam boys. We can do like that, and then a pipe. That isn't a pipe. And then... no. There. Auto-regulate target pressure of... no. 10,000. Copy. Paste. And then, this is the thing I was talking about, you need at least one little material storage to actually get stuff to work. Here we go. So now, 59 a second. That's really low. Like, stupidly low. Hold on, you... second. Ah, yes, so now's the point where we need more of these boys. I believe. No, out of the water. And then we're gonna put them this way, so we can have more input feeders. There. Okay. Oh god. Just spat them all out. Okay. But my point here is that we can have the 52, not the oh god, stop. No. Just stop freaking out. Stop it. Need to go back to editing the hull and give it some arms so that it can not fall over horribly. Here we go. That isn't arms, that's a singular. There. So, now... This is what I want. This is pretty much exactly what I want. Because the thing is, while the autoloader limit is 17.6 RPM, because these are belt feeders, that doesn't matter. So I think we can like cheat the system. Let's just go ahead and go back to advanced cannons and get a recoil absorber. Alright. We also just want to quickly change this. We want the... We don't need, like, all of this. This is the other crazy thing. This is a ridiculously cheap railgun. Railgun, we want maximum energy per shot to be... Wait, no. I forgot. We want it to be like this, don't we? That's why it's so cheap, because I set it up wrong. And now it'll go a bit more insane. That's more like it. That's what I was expecting. Okay. But this is fine. We can work with it. Again, this is all temporary. Okay, we don't need this much. We need that much. And then the recoil... We need a lot more, but that's fine. We can do something like this, look. Nope. Isn't enough still. It's fine. Okay, that's enough for testing purposes. Now we've got what I want. Holy hell. So that steam actually, that energy actually recharges fast enough. So now what I want to see with this is... wait. Yeah, 52. Okay, what I'm gonna do, is I'm going to remove these metal beams, set up a little weapon controller boy, And then just a mainframe. Except it can't go on the turret because I'm an idiot. At least, well, that can go on the turret, but this can't. Temporarily remind me to turn this off. Automatic detection. Good. So now, let's spawn in a duster. Why are you so inaccurate? I keep doing that. What's the shell speed? Really fast. Why does it look so slow? That's what I want. When it does hit, it does that. But why wasn't it hitting? Maybe we need this. Lower the shell speed, increase the accuracy. I don't know. Like, we can go to... what? Like 150. 0.15 rather. And it's still 1,000 meters a second. That again. There we go! But at the same time, we could just... add more barrels? Right, yes. That does pretty much the same thing. 10,000 thump damage. I'm quite happy with that. How much does this make? That's a lot. That's a lot of energy just for this. Burning, what is that, like 3 material a second in total? Yeah, we can work with this. We can work with this easily. But of course, I would design this better. This is just a test thing. 1 miss. And then a big hit, and it's instantly dead. That's what I want to see. How about several? One dead. 2 dead. Ah, that's so satisfying. It turning and being like... 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. That is excellent. That is absolutely excellent. Okay. So, what I want to do now is actually build the thing. Now, the thing itself is going to be... the whole point is it's going to be fast. And looking at the amount of stuff we've got here, we can make this stupidly compact as well, because what we can do is simply have some electric engines on the batteries for power. I do kind of want it to have a bit of fuel storage for custom jets, so I might give it a backup fuel engine, but yeah, for now we can work with. And like the other thing, the other amazing thing is, because of like how this is, right? We can just put even more of this down here and have an insane little setup. Yeah, I'm quite excited for this, not gonna lie. Like let's just watch this one more time. Right. So 1's dead in the first shot. Oh no, I missed. No, stop missing, you dumb. There you go. And... boop! Amazing. So it isn't, like, flawless. But, like, what we could do is to make it flawless, just up this a little bit. Inaccuracy reduced to... I don't know, 111. 0.11. Dusters. Okay, it doesn't quite work just because they're flyers. I think that's the problem, because they dodge and weave about a little. But when they do hit, yeah. And yeah. So, and this is of course with perfect detection in the designer. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cut here, do some work on this, and come back hopefully with a little bit more finished stuff. It's still super bright, look at that. Like, brightness. Yeah. But hopefully this should work out quite well. Alright, so I have done a little bit of work. As you can see, we've got a little bit of the hull starting to take shape here. And the way this is organised is we've got an ammo store at the front, we've got 2 at the sides. In here is the railgun, back here is the AI, and then in the front midsection we've got the batteries and the steam. And this railgun is an improved version of the one that we had earlier. It is pretty much exactly the same setup with the belt-fed autoloaders, only there's much more of them. We've got some Tetris going on here. And this thing, it's got the same kind of recoil and rail use, but the ammo intake limit is now 77 rather than whatever it was before. So it's much better, plus we need to up the amount of pressure in here now, so that we get more energy per second out of these turbines. Where is the turbines? So this is now 3000 energy per second. It looks like it's reached max pressure. Okay, so we'd have to actually... Damn it, this is what I was hoping wouldn't happen, is then having to do other things in here. Because I haven't left room for myself. But I guess what we could do is reduce the amount of batteries and try and fit more boilers in here. That could work, because we don't need that much battery. We only need, like, let's say double that's like 15,000 battery power, maybe like 20,000. So this is way too much battery power, but at the same time, only 4,000 engine power. Well, engine power, battery engine power. You know what I mean. And what I want to put in here is I want to put the custom jets, plus we need fuel storage, and do I want to put a backup fuel engine? I'm not sure. So we've got turning thrust, we've got pitch thrust, we've got roll thrust, we've got forward thrust. This thing technically would work. So now we've got a floating thing, which rocks and rolls about horribly, but we can fix that because I put PIDs on this. But let's just save this as... I have no idea what to call this. The flying doom beetle of railness. How about hoverbug? There, hoverbug. What might also help is a few extra of these. Why do you just pitch into the water sometimes? I don't understand. I guess maybe some hydrofoils for just in case to get it up and out. I don't know. But this does what I want it to. Let's just go ahead and do another test. 4 dusters. And those are really far away this time, so this is interesting. Try being on naval instead. Damn it, you got your barrel stuck on my face. There we go, 1 good hit. It avoids the missiles, which is nice. Can it not aim up properly? No, it can. Where did that shell go? There we go. Nice hit. Miss. And miss. And a hit. And the energy isn't going down too much, but I do want to have more steam in this thing. Oh, one hit for 200. And a big hit, there we go. So it clearly functions just fine, but part of me wants to make it go even faster. I want to make sure it never pitches into the water like that. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I should set the max height to be a bit higher than the height over stuff. Maybe that'll help, I don't know. I also want to quickly change this to be a broadside minimum range of like 1,000, and then above... Nope, 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 nope. There. Sure. So now... let's try it against a ship this time. A couple of marauders. Like, we're doing a lot of damage, but I just can't tell quite how much from this distance. 41,000, it's like 10,000 exactly per. Not much, actually. I think this is where something other than solid would be useful. Like maybe the hollow point and then an explosive. But the great thing this is showcasing right now is that this thing is too fast for the marauders to actually shoot at. But like if I change this to a high explosive warhead. And then clear the clips. Now we're doing explosive, which I think is much more useful. There we go. We've still got the high impact damage, the what's it called? The thump damage. But we're also doing explosive as well. What is the impact, the thump damage with this? Still a lot, still 10,000. Okay, and then this is where we need the more steam production, because the energy is going, and that would send it into the water. But okay, for now, let's just save, and I'm gonna leave this here. I am going to continue work on this off camera, and then in the next one we should have we should be able to load this in and send it into battle along with the other stuff. What does it cost right now? 51,000, that's not too bad. And I also might work on the shell a little bit. I might tone down the caliber in exchange for some more firepower, I'm not sure. I do quite like how this is just a kind of ridiculous combination of speed. Again, this isn't as fast as I would like, but it's still quite fast, and I like the design. Again, it is a bit fatter than I would have wanted, but part of me also does like how it looks. And what else do I want to do? Yeah, just improve the steam power and all that. Might also add some ammo processors, but I think it's fine once it restocks it all. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have managed to, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Comment if you wish, subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all in the next episode of From the Depths. Talk to you all then.